Shoulder.
And welcome back for another week of interviews. Tonight in the house we've got our very own, one of our crew members from the YNC crew, Brother Cameron. What's up, bro, Cam?
What's good, everybody? How's it going?
Good.
Good,
But how's your week been?
My week? It's been good. Busy, work and everything. Living in Cambridge now, so
Oh, yes, the
back
horse,
home where the family is.
horse
Don't have any
racing
horses.
central. Oh,
Hey.
Don't go to horse races,
Oh,
so
okay.
don't ask me about any of
Alright,
that
do you
stuff.
do cycling?
Don't ask me about anything to do with Cambridge.
Yeah. No,
Nice,
cool,
bro.
man. So it's good to have you here, bro, and
Thank you, team.
just to introduce another crew member of YNC because we haven't yet showcased everyone to the world, bro. So
No, totally. Well, obviously my name's Cameron. I was born and raised in Fairfield, Hamilton.
Let's go.
Straight out of high school, went to Auckland for 12 years or so. And yeah, only a couple months. Came back to the Waikato.
nice.
Now living in Cambridge where family is.
Nice.
Sorry
So
about that.
now I'll be around more often.
Yes.
Be around with the boys again.
Yes.
And so
It's
yeah.
been a long time, so it's good to
100%.
have you back, bro.
Yeah, brother.
So so we've known each other we all go back about 15 odd years.
High school.
Yeah,
That's where I would have met
definitely.
everybody.
Third form? Yeah,
Third
third form.
I would have known of you guys in around third form
So
Yeah.
or even
back
before
in
then.
06, so 07, those times back in early high school for us.
Yeah.
So yeah, bro, we've all known each other for a long time. So I guess for us the question is, give us a little bit of your backstory, bro. Where you from, where you grew up. You kind of already said that, but
Yeah, okay. Background. Oh, I guess it depends how far you want to go.
oh, just
Whānau
take us on a
history.
journey, bro.
Whānau
Take us
history.
on a
Whānau
journey.
history,
Yeah,
bro.
we'll always
Okay.
jump in.
Well, I guess I don't have too much of a lineage, or in terms of my knowledge of it anyway. So I was born in. Sorry, huh?
Is that Waka
Hey.
Papa? You're talking about that
Waka
Waka Papa?
But I was born in New Zealand. My parents migrated from Cambodia in the mid 1980s. So one of my other sisters were born here as well.
Oh, sweet.
Two sisters were born in Thailand in a refugee camp. But yeah, so my family migrated over here through Thailand. They were refugees in Thailand from the whole Khmer Rouge, what is it called, genocide.
Yes,
So the things that happened
yeah.
there with
Wow.
the whole
Yeah.
wars that were going on there.
That's all Pol
So
Pot.
Bro.
yeah, my parents fled from Cambodia, walked over to
So,
Thailand.
so you're
Then
so okay. So give us. I'm gonna pause you there.
Okay.
So, the rundown. Your parents born in Cambodia.
Yep.
Yeah.
When was that? 1960s.
Yeah, my parents were born late 1950s, so
Late
1959, 1958.
And they met each other and like settled down as
No.
a young couple or
They met in the refugee camp.
real, bro.
Yeah, so they were doing their thing in Cambodia, and then they met back then. Doesn't take much in order to be married and all that
Yeah.
stuff. So like,
Sheesh.
yo,
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
any
So-
other
So just to
any
catch
other
people
timeline
up,
could have.
on what's going on in the 1980s and stuff for people that didn't know. So give us what's happening in Cambodia. Khmer Rouge is taken over. What's happening for your parents because they're still like young adults themselves. So what's going on the ground at that time for them.
At that time for them, that was a lot happened. I think so. It all kind of derived from a guy named Pol Pot.
Yeah.
He was Cambodian as well,
Yeah.
but he was raised French, I think.
Yeah.
But he came back and I think he did schooling in France and all of that. Came back, and pretty much he wanted to. He had this kind of God complex, I guess, and he didn't want anyone else to be on his level.
Sheesh.
And so from there, he would pretty much kill off or execute anybody that was either intelligent or looked intelligent. So even anybody with glasses,
Yeah.
he'll kill them off.
Yeah.
And anyone that was smart, had a degree, any of that.
Seems quite similar to what if we're going back, but what the Nazis were doing with the Jews as well, like trying to rule out any intelligence or academic.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, there were a lot of similarities with all that.
Wow.
And then so
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess my father was forced to be in the Khmer Rouge as well, so he was
True.
a military man
Yep.
at the time. He wasn't there for long because he escaped all of that and then made his way to Thailand into the refugee camps.
And
Same
so
with my mother.
Thailand's bordering with Cambodia, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and to escape at that time would have been pretty gnarly. Like I remember we studied this back at school, which has always been, you know, like something that's, you know, crazy to share with you, Moji. And you know, like we were always learning back then. You know, they always had mines and stuff everywhere, like in all the rice fields and.
Yep. So I think that was also difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah,
bro.
landmines
Far
everywhere,
out.
and so like actually fleeing, walking to another country, obviously watching your step and making sure you're following a path or any of that stuff because there are landmines everywhere. These days, there still are.
This fully blows my mind, G, 'cause
True,
I
bro.
never knew nothing.
They still
See
got,
what you
do
did
they
there.
nothing about this.
Do they
Blew them
actual
up.
for real.
do they still have live mines?
I think they still do now. Yeah. So there are signs,
True.
especially in fields and all
Yeah.
that. It's like just do not enter this area.
Fuck.
They're still either demining or they just can't find it. So to be safe, just don't even come to this land.
It's a
Shit.
trip, man. So imagine trying to leave, you know, like a war-torn country, bro, and
Yeah.
you know
yeah.
you've got 1,000 obstacles in front of you.
Oh, totally. And I think it's obviously it still affects my parents, still affects
Yeah.
us, but come to New Zealand and all of that has been an absolute blessing. We're here now
Yeah.
and we're all thriving as a family and everything.
Yeah.
We're all quite successful. We're doing, I guess, what my parents had dreamt of in terms of
Yeah.
coming here
Yeah.
and being who we are now.
Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful, bro. Yeah, hard. And obviously, we got to step ahead of everyone because we know, you know, your father and,
Yeah.
and you know your
Yeah,
cool
yeah.
parents
Yeah.
and. But yeah, I mean, for you, my G, like what was it growing up here in New Zealand? You know, knowing that your heritage comes from Cambodia and. You know,
Yeah.
what your parents had gone through as well. Like, was it trippy growing up here? Was it like normal? Like, I don't know. Like,
So I kind of only recently had a realization what it was like to grow up in New Zealand.
Yeah.
It was a bit of both because obviously I grew up here. Only thing I know is what's here in New Zealand, but at the same time, that's totally different to how I grew up in my household and at home.
true. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
even just that, what I thought was normal, looking back, wasn't really normal. If you know what I mean?
Yeah. Unique, KO.
Yeah,
Unique.
yeah, just like unique, but like I'm a person of color
Yep.
and stuff, but
Mm.
I'm not of this land
Yep.
as well.
Yep.
But obviously, I've been welcomed by everybody. But I guess having that weird, what's the word? I can't find the word.
Like a connection or resemblance. I was
I
going
don't
to
know
give
what
up.
I'm trying
mate.
to say.
I was going to give up. Yeah, that
Sounded
word.
good. It sounded
Yeah, that
good.
word though.
Yeah.
Anyway, but just having that, growing up here, but as an immigrant was, I guess, different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like obviously, you guys wouldn't have grown up with rice as your 3 meals a day.
Oh,
Nah.
porridge. Porridge.
And it's
But
rice, no rice.
we did consume a lot of rice tea for for
Actually, yeah,
European
yeah.
Caribbean fun. We ate a lot of
Yeah.
rice.
Rice and porridge are like.
It's not only because it was cheap; it was nice, bro.
Yeah.
It was fucking nice, G.
Hey,
It's
it's
the
like,
both worlds
mate,
there.
there's like 5 different ways you can cook that shit.
Yeah.
Hard
Nah,
out.
Dad,
Yeah.
you know, Dad being Caribbean and all, like
Mm.
a lot of curries, a lot of like fish
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
stews and stuff. So yeah, we'll eat rice a bit, but not like you, my G. Not like you, my G.
Yeah, well, I just
Yeah.
remember 'cause this being a normal thing to me. We eat quite weird foods compared to a lot of people. I think.
Break it down. Break it down.
A lot of stuff like preserved fish and all of that,
Yeah.
especially quite potent or smelly
Yep.
kind of
Yeah.
delicacies.
Yeah.
And for me, that was normal
Yep.
kind of thing. And I remember bringing over some of the boys being like Matthew Kirkness and all
Yeah.
of that. And they'll come into the house like, bro, your house stinks. And for me, I'm like, what?
That smells like
That
sex,
smells
bro.
good.
That's good.
You stink.
Yeah.
Must be something you brought in. 'cause
Yeah,
that
yeah.
smell for me. And so like
Yes,
just
right.
things like that where like, I just had no idea, like, I mean, 'cause it was
True.
normal for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But whenever they came over or whenever I brought people over, it's like, this is different for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Word up.
Bro, just while we're on that story, G. Hey, I remember coming over. I remember bloody staying over with you, G, over at Cam's house, and yeah, I never got those smells, G. It was fucking. We were on holiday when I was at your house,
bro.
brother.
Far out.
Yeah, your house was a palace. Let's go.
And you think, like, nah. It was too good for us, bro. It was too good for us.
Well, see, I didn't even realize that
Yeah,
because I just
true.
thought it was the same as whenever I went over to your guys' house.
Oh, you obviously didn't stay at my house.
You didn't come over enough. We hit all the crap shit.
Bro, one question. Have you ever had rice with milk powder? Say less. Don't worry about it. Say less, brother. All good.
That's a Fairfield joke, eh?
Self-explanatory.
Yeah, let's go.
All good.
I have had rice with milk,
Yeah.
I guess. I want to say milk.
And
Powder.
we poured some powder on it.
Flagstaff.
Milk plus
Yeah,
milk.
yeah,
Oh, roti tuna? Nah.
No, you mean G. So you got such a mean backstory.
Mm.
Just not just your family, but you as yourself as well. Growing up here, and getting to meet all of us crazy strangers on the way. But tell us, what have you been doing in the last few years?
Oh, jeez.
We know you too good, bro. We
Yeah.
know you've been dancing, you do filming, you're doing
Yeah.
architecture. Like the list goes on, bro. Like you're actually a super skilled fella. So
Oh, stop it.
hey,
Stop it.
flattering is allowed here.
What did you get up to after school, bro?
After school. Okay, so school, completely flunked high school.
Yeah.
To the days that's
Prove it.
I'll
You're a success story.
yeah, I don't
Stop
even think
it.
I have level 2 or level 3 or any of that.
Straight up.
And so straight out of high school, I did go to Auckland. Had to do uni entrance courses and all
Oh
of that.
yeah.
So I just did a couple of certificates. And
How long did that take?
I was in uni for 6 years altogether.
Altogether.
So 1 year was for the certificate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 years for the diploma, and then the 3 years after was the bachelor. So I had to do 3 years.
Bro, you
get
triple
into the
certified,
You
bro.
just get into like a.
I could have gone straight to the bachelor,
Oh really?
but because I did so bad in
right.
high school,
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
I had to do 3 years before that
straight up.
in order to get my uni entrance. So yeah,
Damn. So if you had just
all
done
in-
well in that 3 years of
exactly. I could have been 3 years ahead
So
by now.
basically, if you had never ever met us,
Well, I
Alright then.
didn't go to Fairfield.
yeah. Hey, you wouldn't be cool. Nah, that's crazy. Yeah, to think about to study. So what drove you to Auckland? Like, what was the?
It was because of what I wanted to get into, which was architecture.
Yeah.
And so
Nice.
all of those courses were only available in Auckland to do
True.
for uni. So yeah, I studied architecture throughout all of that, or design, or art, or things like that. For those during that time, I did a lot of dancing while I was at high school as well. I think for me, I thought I was quite not shy but reserved back in high school, so I never wanted to do dance classes and all of that. Even though at the time there was Fusion Dance Company and everything like that,
Yeah.
but I didn't want to do that. As soon as I went to Auckland, I pushed myself out there, went to dance classes,
Mean,
met
bro.
heaps of people and all of
Yeah.
that. Joined the dance company and everything. So, dance was a huge portion of my time in Auckland.
What kind of dance were you doing for?
Yeah.
For the people that don't know.
Hip hop choreography.
Yeah.
So a lot of new school choreography or freestyle and things like
Yeah.
that. More particular ISO.
Yeah.
Which is a derivative of popping.
Yeah.
Nice.
More the
Isolating
techno-ish,
body parts.
isolating body parts and doing
Yeah,
all that
bro.
stuff. So that was my, I guess, specialty.
Oh,
as
we've
you
seen the
could say.
videos, brother.
Yeah.
Top notch. Tell you that much. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess going into that from dance was the videos,
Yeah.
and that's how I got into videography. First, filming dance concepts and doing all that stuff. That kind of really popping off, going into dance events and filming stuff like nationals and other Crump nationals and all of that. Going
Yeah.
into filming weddings and
Nice.
Ah.
other actually paid commissioned work and everything.
Yeah.
Which I guess gave me quite a large skill set by that point in terms of all of that.
We'll just edit this
Get
part
him a
out.
beer. Get him a beer.
Oh, we're all like trying to sign language each other, like,
Like, what do we?
what's
Get
he
him a
doing,
freaking
bro?
beer.
Fucking take another one, bro. So yeah, bro. So we know that converting this skill into a job or like a career of making money.
Yeah.
Is quite a hard transition. So tell us, free jobs. Did you have to do some free jobs?
Free jobs. I did heaps of free jobs
Bruh.
for both being a dancer and being a videographer. Kind of thing. So any shows they wanted me to do or all of that, like, yeah, bro, no, totally, I'll do those. Nowadays, no, thank you. Give me some
And
money.
it's
Show me
crazy
the
to
money.
think that, like, those are specialized roles, eh? Like, you're talking about like videography and photography.
Yeah,
and
those
dance,
are things that, like, if they need them, they need them.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same with videography. When I first started, I was doing stuff for like influencers and all of that.
Wow.
Mainly
True.
people who do sports or gym and stuff like that.
True,
So
bro.
I specialize in either gym or athletes and all of that stuff. So they're doing their workouts and things like that, and I'm filming them. But awkward as well, coming in a public space and doing all that stuff. But it was fun.
Yeah.
But then they just kept on wanting more as well. So I was like,
So, we know you're still doing architecture. So
I'm still doing architecture throughout all of that.
yeah.
all
So
really.
the whole time you've kept that.
The whole time I'm still in uni, then straight in.
So that was your goal, like to become an architect.
That was my goal at the time, to become an architect. Yes. So I was still in uni at the time. I was working in an architectural firm part time, as well as doing dance and video and all of that.
Busy,
And then
busy.
I guess that's when I realized I go through phases and I end up doing other things.
That happens for the best of us.
Gee.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
So I guess also I got into esports after that as well.
What were you playing? What were you playing?
Overwatch.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was my favorite game. Not many others' favorite game. That kind of died after a while.
Yeah,
But
I
I
felt
tried
like
to stick onto it.
It was a good, had a good range of characters and good team battles and stuff.
Yeah,
Definitely made for a good game,
yeah. So I managed teams for that, and from then World Cup came along, and so I got voted to be the general manager for Team New Zealand
Nice.
and take the team to USA, to
Wow.
LA, and then into the World Cup over in Anaheim.
So what was that like, bro?
That was
Just
a
manager
whole
mode.
nother experience. Like,
Oh,
to be honest, I'm still burnt out from it. That was 2019.
really, bro?
That actually killed me.
True.
Like, my stress levels at that time was high, but it was amazing, and I'll do it again.
Yeah.
But maybe with more money or
Yeah.
more sponsorships, and rather than out of my pocket and all
So,
that stuff.
what was your role for that? Like,
So I had to just organize everything, really. So any communication between the players, the coaches, and the community leads, and also with Blizzard, who are the organizers and the people who developed the game, because it was at BlizzCon in Anaheim, and just making sure that that's all smooth. Things like getting their tickets, airplane tickets, and accommodation,
doing everything,
booking
Straight
their practices and all of that stuff.
And obviously,
Sponsorships.
you get paid for your role.
I got paid like 1,000 USD.
Oh nah.
How much I spent
Nah.
altogether, because it was tough getting sponsorships
Oh, I
and
can imagine.
fundraising and all that stuff. But I think that was like over 10K out of my own pocket at the time.
Hell no.
So
Hell no.
that's what I was saying. It's a dead game because no one wanted to sponsor it and all that.
Like esports, bro. That's crazy. And so takes you to America. Like. What was it like actual at the tournament, like inside the...
It was, I guess you've been to Armageddon and all those other
Bro,
conventions.
I actually haven't, bro.
No?
I'm a nerd in the soul, bro, but in the wallet. I'm trying, bro.
Okay,
Level 1 now.
how do I compare this?
You've been to a convention?
It's pretty much what it's like in the movies when you go to
Yeah.
Comic-Con and all of that. It's
So,
pretty much that.
Yeah.
And they'll see
YouTube,
like shows
Comic-Con.
where they dress up and go to those
Yeah.
panels and all of that stuff.
Just
All of that.
everything
and
that
it's-
covers like comics, games, TV
yeah.
shows, anything that's pop culture slash
Roger that.
nerd
Yeah.
slash just take me out of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But since this one is for the developers, Blizzard,
Yeah.
it was a convention for all of their games, and so that's when they released new trailers and new games and things like that. And that's where the World Cup happened. The entire experience over there, it's definitely Armageddon and all that doesn't compare
Yeah.
at all.
I bet.
Everything is high tech, everything is high level.
True,
They got people that do everything, and so it was hard
Good
out.
experience for
Yeah.
little old New Zealand
Yeah,
sports.
yeah. No, but
yeah.
I went to I guess another convention while I was there as well. I
Nice.
thought 2 birds, 1 stone. So it was a work convention for that one. So I went to Autodesk University was what it was called.
Yeah.
But that was a convention in terms of the softwares and everything that I used with architecture and all that. And that was in Las Vegas. That was extra as hell
Yeah.
as well.
You been to Vegas, sir?
Yeah, I went to Vegas. But bro, Vegas was the last leg of my trip.
What the fuck?
I had no money. by
Oh
that point.
no, I was gonna say.
So-
oh.
I spent 10K on the team.
Did you triple
Yeah.
Did you triple your no money? Or did you end
I-
up in debitor?
So yeah, I 0 times 100
Debitor.
Yeah.
ended up being 0. So
Oh, man.
Ah, at least you've been to Vegas,
it
yeah.
was cool.
Yeah.
I'll do it again, but
Life experience.
Yeah.
More money?
Life experience.
yeah, what
More money
just so I
this
don't have to
time.
think about what's in my bank account. I was like,
Yeah.
Fuck.
yeah, but it was
Yeah.
crazy. Like these people like blocked off entire streets for our block parties and things like that. And so at least my work at the time paid for
Yeah.
the convention. So like all of
Oh,
that
hell,
food was
man.
included, all those drinks were included. So
Yeah.
okay, at least I got that.
They
sorted.
had the time of their life over there, brother,
Yeah.
on your savings.
Yep, 100%.
But nah, that's such a cool experience, cause straight up. And you
Yeah,
know,
dope.
like, fuck, bro, I don't know much people have gone overseas for esports,
Mm.
Yeah.
let alone managing a team and doing that mahi. So,
Yeah, that's dope.
bro, big ups to you, cuz. But yeah, tell us a little bit of like the architecture mahi you do. You know, like, because you said, that was what you set out to do and you've done it. And
Yeah.
So what, what are you up to now with the architecture mahi?
Sorry, I was on my eye.
Get it out, G. Third eye. Pull it out.
Yeah, so architecture was something that I thought I wanted to do ever since I was a little kid. I realized that was probably something that my dad embedded into my mind to do.
You're talking childhood trauma
Yeah.
That's all good. Live it out.
Yeah, I think especially for my parents, they never got that education. They never went through high
Word.
school or any type of schooling really. So they're like, oh yeah, we're coming to a country like Aotearoa,
Yeah.
and we need you guys to pull through and actually get the
Yeah.
best education you could possibly get.
Yeah, word.
Meanwhile, failed high school.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
of that, but
I
made
met
up
the
for
boys, mum. Oh, no. You met the
it. Mum, can the
boys.
bros come over? No, schoolwork.
Yeah. Word up.
But insane there, bro. Like
Yeah.
your parents, they were doing like really, really well.
Yeah.
Like when I first met
Yeah.
you and like obviously come over,
Mm.
like you guys had a lot more than what my family had. Like for example, so your parents must have been doing something really, really good, bro. In terms of like fucking coming from a place where they come from,
Yeah.
they've obviously pulled their weight and
Mm.
used their
Yeah, no, honestly, big ups to my parents. They're the hardest
Yeah.
workers I've ever met in my life. And
Word up.
because of that hard work and the hours that they put in, that
Mm.
they've reaped what they've sowed. And
yeah.
now they're killing it with their bakery out in
Yeah.
Cambridge and all of that. So they're happy now. They still work
Bro,
really, really
'cause-
hard.
Yeah.
Mm.
As long as we've known you, sorry, I'm gonna cut you off. As long
Yeah.
as we've known you, like your father has rocked the cooking world with bakeries, G.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've grown up around bakeries and
Yeah, G.
pies, and that's why I've got this and all of that. And so, yeah, I've been around bakeries all my life. Out in Chartwell,
Yeah,
Have an
yeah.
Olympic
Started,
bakery.
Yeah.
yeah, went out to Gordonton, recruited
Yes, bro,
that,
yeah.
went to Cambridge.
So that bakery, bro.
yeah,
Like I've been going to that bakery next to the Mad Butcher,
Olympus,
Chartwell.
Olympus Bakery.
Yes, bro.
Olympus
Olympic.
So
Bakery.
I was going to that bakery, bro.
Bakery of Gods.
When I was a little kid, bro. Like straight up, I'm not sure if your parents owned it at the time, but like my old lady used to wake us up at like friggin' 6:30 in the morning. We'd go down to Export Meats and grab the
Yeah.
$1 breads. out,
Yeah, let's go.
Grab
Why are
grab
you
those.
looking at me
and
for?
then-
Hey, mum.
Hey, bro. I used to see you there. I used to have 5 loaves.
You stayed the night at my crib, G. You know how much bread we had.
Yeah, you know how much we ate, bro.
$1 a fucking loaf,
Hey.
cuz.
You know what? Actually,
Bro, hold up, G. I
We
just
had toast all
get
the
your
time.
mum to text my mum, bro. She'll come down and get some.
But anyway, yeah, and then she used to take us to the bakery down Charwell, bro. So
yeah,
that would have been when I was like bloody
When did
7
we
or
have
8.
that?
So when did they have it?
we had it when I was in intermediate. So even when I was probably year 6 at the
Could
time,
have worked, yeah, could have
that
worked.
might have been.
Yeah, definitely.
Frick, when was that? 2000 and maybe 2000.
So
Yeah,
we were
probably
just
is.
working out hood math here. We don't know maths.
Yeah, cool, bro.
But anyway, yeah, bro. I remember you taking us in the bakery and
Mm.
showing us just you
Yeah.
know like bro. Honestly, I was just like blowing out of my mind. I'm like, gee, we're watching pies cook in the oven. And
Yeah.
watching
Yeah.
Free
pastry
pies.
wise. Oh. Sweep the floors for a free pie.
Free
But yeah, what
pies.
was it like growing up in a bakery, bro? Like, well, not growing up, but you know, like being around a bakery.
I guess that's all I really knew because for me that was the norms, and that's
yeah,
pretty much
true.
every day. Go to school, even after wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, sleep in the car before going to school.
Yeah.
All of that after school, coming back, working at the bakery for maybe a couple of hours,
Damn.
and doing all that stuff. So that was
Yeah.
like my daily routine.
And
back then.
how did that affect you? Like looking back now, was that like, do you feel like it was like, damn, that was heaps, or
Maybe who I am in terms
Yeah,
of
installed some
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
way in you, eh, bro?
hard out. That's just that knowledge of hospitality and
Yeah.
all of that. And because I had my own cafe
Yeah,
in
I was
Auckland
just about to
as
mention
well.
that.
So,
cafe as well,
Yes,
bro?
bro. Yeah.
yeah, so that was a short stint
Yeah.
kind of thing, but it was deliberately just a small project that I wanted to do.
But successful in terms of opening up that.
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah,
loved it.
yeah.
It was mean. We didn't lose any money or anything like that
Yeah.
because the intent was just to only open it temporarily for a certain
Yeah.
amount of time.
Well,
It wasn't a money maker or anything like that. It was for me to have that knowledge, even though I already had the background of bakeries and coffee and all that, except I wanted to take that to another level and really dig into more of the coffee side and actually learn more about coffee and
Yeah.
all the things you can do with coffee. So that's what I'm addicted to
Is
now
this
and doing all that.
is this something you know, possibly we're seeing in your portfolio in the next few years? Something like a
Like
adventure?
another cafe?
Wow, you're back in the Waikato,
Oh,
the Mighty
potentially.
Mooloos.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
what I will be keen to do in the future, because we've got maybe in Waihi Beach or something,
Yep.
there's a small caravan or something out there.
Yeah.
Pretty much take what I had in my cafe, just put it into that one. 'Cause I kept all my
Wicked.
branding and everything.
Yeah.
Nice.
And yeah, just have a coffee trailer
Far
kind of
out,
thing.
man.
Nice,
Just
bro.
out on the beach and doing all that
Sounds
stuff.
beautiful.
And yeah,
Waihi Beach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I reckon we
Parents got
park
some-
up down there. Yeah, I've got a few. My boss owns a place down in Waihi. Our boss. So yeah, that's us. We'll go out there and park up at the coffee trailer.
yeah. Well, hopefully my batch will be not my batch.
Oh!
Our family batch will be
The YNC batch.
will be built out at some point there too.
Wicked.
Yes, they
Nice.
remain.
Nah, it's mean, bro. So, but yeah, we've known you for ages now, bro. It's just
Been a long
It's
time.
clockwork for us.
Yeah.
So it's cool though, like talking about, like our families and where we come from, because we know each other too well. So,
Yeah.
Mm.
but nah, anyway, 3, 2, 1. Awesome, brother Cam.
Thank you, boys.
Nah, shot for joining us, cuz, honestly. So, pretty much you can catch Cam. He'll be here with the YNC team. And he does a lot of our tech support and behind the scene camera and audio support as well. So, big ups to Cam. Thanks for coming on, cuz.
Shot, boys. Appreciate it.
And we'll see you soon.
On the next one.
Next one.
Next.
Peace.